Welcome. More or less, should I say welcome? Because that's how much we're in the game. Or should I say welcome? Do you know if I hold a bag on an angle and cut a hole up the bag, I'll have a perfect place so I can place any one of my round balls. You follow me? If you want to have a funnel, the best way to make the funnel is on the side. But if you want to follow the eye can also go. You hold the bag on the side this way, and that can't come out of the hat. So everything's on an angle just so we can be watched on the rafters. The same way the cameras go in the football game around the field, the way they follow, zzz, it's the same way the X causes this. What I want to show you is something a little bit different. Now that I'm at this area, when we say certain words like 21, it's actually 20 and 1 because it's not 21, it doesn't exist. So when I come to say 80 or 88, I say 80 and 8. When you say 80 and 8, do you know what it actually does? Because if you go to a bigger number, 80, 88, 80 and 8. But I got the ET over here. The initial of the ET is 5. Since the initial of the ET is 5, I now take 5 and I add it on to what was 17, 22, 27, and H, 35. So now I use 35. Is this what I came down to? 39, 47. So what am I looking at here? 17 and 22 is 39. 39 and 5 is 44. And 8 is 52. So when you use 52, 52 is right here. When you multiply 52 times what time is it? 47. What time is it? 52 times 47 equals to 2444. I'm using it off the scale down below. You see where it says 26? Because it's T and T or Z and Z. Now when you use the 5 times 47, it's 235. 235 is creation of the passage. 23 is 5 and 5 is 5. 3 by 5 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 15, 30. 30 is 2 eggs. Plus 10 is 40. 40 you add on like we usually add on to 6 would be 46. But we're not going to go there right now. I want to show you this down here. When we take 88, 48, and we multiply it by 47, excuse me, when we take 88 and we multiply it by 47 a time, okay? This 88 is when you stand on go before the game goes, you are 1 to Boardwalk and you are 1 to the Mediterranean. You are 1 on the place you stand, you are at 88. The same thing goes for time. You are 1 where you stand and 2 where you go, you stretch your arms out. When you multiply 88 by 47, although they equal 135, 88, and 47, 88, 98, 108, 118, 128, and 7, 135, ACE says ace. So I guess we got the right corner. So when you say that, your total is 4136. 41 and 36 is 77. 36 is short line because in order to build with the short sticks or the match sticks, you needed 36. For the train station is 9, and then 1 and 4 is 5. 5 and 9, E-I-E-I-O, and the Einstein theory. Now we add 47 times 26, which is one side, 26, 1/2 of man. So we add on 1222, which makes it 5358, which is 111, which connects the two sides of the roulette board. Then what we do is we say to ourselves, Adam and Eve. Why? Because I have to add E and E. So I add E and E by saying 80 and 20 and 8. It says Eve. And. You read it backwards. Q and E and B and E. You read it backwards. It says heaven. You take the number of 5 times 47, 235, 2 worlds, you add on the amount, becomes 5828. Now the time period we are in right now is 5775. The difference is 53. And why is the difference 53? Because 3 times 5 is 15. 3 worlds of 5, 5, and 5. 53. The running numbers of the center of the world is 8 and 5. 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5. When you go this way and this way, I'm going to try and show you what it is exactly. So 85 or 58, because the pass, the 50 pass that we start with, adds on right away to the time because we made it to that time. It was made before our time. So our time's going to pass it because it's not, our time's not going to pass it, but it'll show higher times in my numbers because of it. So what you do, you go back and I'll show you it. 58, 28. Take off 28 and take off 25. 28 is for the time heaven and 25 is for the coin of the flip. 2 sides, the coin is flipped. 25%, you get 1 corner, you take it off, you come to the time. 5775, 2014. The trumpet blows on October 4th of next year of Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah. All these numbers come together. The Vega card has been used. Vega must come back into the world. You see, Venus has been out of the world. She's the 2, she's the highest, and she's the lowest of everything. She's 1 above everybody and 1 below everybody. The reason for that is because Venus is here and it's here, and you're the one in the middle. She's always around you. God's never anywhere else. You're 1. When God becomes 2, you become 1 because you're the one that's living and he's the one who's watching. And plus his 1 spirit that comes within you, which is more or less what you do with the football. You see this football over here? With this football, you have to go 1, 2, 3 wide. So it's 3 wide and it's rectangle. So instead of being 30 on the degrees, it would have to now be 45 on the degrees. So when we open 45 degrees wide, we go on the field, we go 45, 45, 45 is 135, 135 degrees, ACE, ace again. Then when we go the length of the football, it's 9. 9 by 30 is 270 degrees, plus 135 is 405. 0 gets 6, you have 465, now you have the Galactica Nation. The size of the football field. At the same time, I came up with a number that relates to Rubik's Cube. I'm not quite sure where it is right now. And we're always on the top of the squares. Here's your number I was looking for. Here's your 2. Okay, forget about it. Here's your 2. Forget about it. 4 and 6 are on your phone. They're on now on the outside. 7 and 6 is 13. 7 and 4 is 11. Becomes 2 and 4. 4 and 2, 2 and 4. In between, you have 12. 7 by 5 is 35. 7 and 5 is 12 is 47. 47 is 94.49. 94.49 is 2002. Year ended 2001. Everything happened. 2002 times 47 equals 94,094. And there's an answer for that. That is the total answer of time because it's eternal. 9 by 4 makes 36 on 2 sides. So I'm going to mark that down and show you just in case. I did leave out a couple of things. But 2002 times 47 equals to, let me do it on this. I just want to make sure I get this right. 2002 times 47 equals 94,094. And we can split it apart and do each side separately and come up with the same answer. 4 by 9 is 36, 360 degrees. Oh, and I also came up with a size, a couple of sizes. You see the football field is only 270 degrees long. That means we're missing some yards. There's a way to figure it out, and that's why the stadium and the parking lots are there, to understand that you may be sitting in a football field where they're playing on 100 yards, but it's 50 each, and your car's still in the parking lot, and you haven't made it home yet. So you have to do all these coordinates. So 94,094. 4 by 9 is 36. 4 plus 9 is 13, brings us to 49 again. 49 and 49 brings us back to what started the game. 7 times 7 is 49, 49, and we're back to where we start. We're going to move it 1 class further. We're going to go 2002 times 13 moons is 26,026. 2002 times 13 moons equals 26,026. And at the same time, I'm going to have to go and multiply instead of 2662, 2002, I now have to do this. By removing the zeros and replacing them with the 6, I get the same answer. This is with the moons. This is not counting the moons. This would end up being 2, 6, 6, 2, 6. 2 and 6, 6 and 2, 2 and 6, 6 and 6, 6 and 2, 2 and 6. 94,049 now has to get a 6 in this area. We bring a 6 because that's man life. It's the left side and the right side. And you have to calculate the complete pie of who you are. The complete pie of who you are. Left and right, and then there's center, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Let me think about it. 94, 6, 94. And most of the time they say to you, turn the numbers around. Well, how do you turn them around? You make them round? Well, you turn the numbers. You put one on the inside, the other on the outside. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to manipulate too much. I start manipulating, I'll go nuts. So now what we have back is we end up on the short count with the 49 as 13 and 36, which is 9 and 4 and 9 and 4, which becomes 13 again, and becomes 13 again. Now what we do at 13, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 1 times 3 equals 3, 1 plus 3 equals 4, 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 equals 12, and 7 equals 19. 12 equals 3 over 7 equals 21, and 10 equals 31, which equals 4. At the same time, when you take these numbers, if I really wanted, I could have just put 44 on each side. And this is the presidency that we're in right now. That's why we're at the end of everything. I can start calculating this if you want. We both know what the ends are, but 94, 4 between 9 is 13. That's 4. 4 and 6. Oh, I'm going to have to do this because it comes out the lovely numbers. 4 and 9 is 13. Brings me down to 4. 4 and 6 is 10. 10 becomes 16. 16 becomes 7. Then we go on to the other side. We go on to the other side. We have 9 and 6 is 15. And then 9 and 4 is 13. Four, 7, 6, 4. Bring it back to the original numbers. 4, 7, 6, 4. 4, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 7, 4. Don't count this one. This one's in the center. Here's your 8, 5, 8. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 plus 5 is 13. And that's the 13 that you had at the end here of number 53. Because that's how it started. Time starts before. Time started before you scored a goal, right? Time started. Doesn't matter. Irregardless. It took something to make time. And that was the referee who said, let's play. Everybody has to put in their own 2 cents. 7 by 7 is 49 on 2 sides. You have 2 yards for the ref to put in his own 2 cents. And it's his 2 cents that cost any more and much more than anybody else's at the end of the action you take and regarded to the man in stripes. The other thing I wanted to mention between what we do with why we're going from 0 is because this is what happens. The minute we have the secondary world, you have to go all the way back to put the man on the cross. Or we come to the cross and we pull all the way forward and we put the cross here. Then we come out to 17 because we have to put the 1 and the 6 in man's mind. Man's mind becomes the spirit of 16, 1 and 6. So we go from 17 to 26. From 26 we go to 23. 23 goes back to 20. 20 goes back to 17. 17 goes to 26. And it keeps going like this. Because every time you have 0, it's a 6. 2 times 6, 2 plus 6 equals to 20 again. Then it goes back to 26, to 20, and then 26. So you have the dog and the cat in the same house. 3 by 2, 3 plus 2 equals 11. 5 and 6, 11. This is your mind, my friend. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 plus 2 is 5. The cat and the dog. How do we get 3 and 5 for the cat and the dog? Is that what I just said? Let me take a look at it. Where was I? Yeah, we had 6 and 5, which is the letter F, and it makes the cat and the dog because 23, 24, 25, and then we're 26. So between 23 and 26 lives 24 and 25. 24 equals 6. 25 equals 7. Those are the odds of the planet, of the word planet, and man in his heaven is 6 and 8, 14. And the odds that are in between are 7 and 6. And they're 7 and 6 just because of this. We did not touch 1. We have 22 and 24. Venus comes in on 22, and 24 is the cat. 25 is the Y. It's the split between 23 and 26. And we live in between here. The Y goes here, and it splits us between 23 and 26, or 20. Doesn't matter. This is what it is right here, 22 and 24, because we're in the doghouse. I'm not sure where else. What were we looking at? See that little building over here? See the way it makes that Mercedes sign? 270 degrees. When we rise, every time we go up a level, right, it says 3. From 20 to 23, it's 3. So each one is 90 degrees. We go up 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. I don't know how to say it in terminology. It becomes 90, 90, 90 is 270 degrees. And then you go this way, and this way. The reason it's different is if you look at the roulette wheel, one is higher, the other one is more rectangular. Earth is 3, Mars is 4. You take a little bit of less Earth, that's a triangle, put it into Mars's bucket, at least it won't go over the bucket because you're a 3 and he's a 4. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I'm not quite sure what I missed. Oh yes, I see what I missed. When you have a number saying 4, et 20, et 8, meaning 20, between 20 and, hold on, 4, it says 4 and 20 and 8, which is 2 5s. That makes 10. 5 and 5 makes 10 times, and you add that onto life, and it ends up to 58, 28. The question is, what do I have to figure out between 58 and 28? 58 is the numerological value in the game for 1 angels. 82, 8 is time heaven. How do we get time heaven? 3 times 47 is 141, times 2 is 282. It's TH and TH. Don't forget, first ST, second ND, third RD. Fourth and fifth is IETH. If you put an A in each one, because it's the A that connects them all, and the E connects them all, because there's a dot in the center, the dot in the spirit center, and there's only one, it says standard death. Then we start playing with these. ST equals 39, ND, Nostradamus, second. Where'd you come in? I came in, oh, where did you place? The minute you say place, you're second, no matter what. Win, place, show, oh yeah, all these things. ETs, and there's so many numbers, I'm not sure what I left out yet. Standard death, TH and TH come together. When you have TH and TH come together, those are numbers that are not in 1, 2, 3. So like if whatever you're going to say that has a 3 in it, when you reverse it, it's going to say third RD. Anytime you have a 3, 83rd, but when you turn it around, it's TH, 38th. So you take the TH, which is 28, and the RD, which is 22. 22 and 38 make 60, and that's your time. Because it's only 1, 2, or 3. In 1 and 2, he's still beginning to build you. How does he build you? 1 and 7, 2 and 7. You become 3 and 6. Every time you get the 6, the dice cube is ended. There is no 7. The 7 is the extension of 6 and 1 into the next day of rest, in which you come into life to begin, but God has to go rest. What does it mean to rest? It means to angel resident of the eastern spirit of time. He has to go into all corners and start to watch us so we don't get into trouble. There's 2 towers out there. There's 2 companies out there that are watching us. Trying to figure out where that is. It's not 1, it's 2. And this thing, okay, which is from Nibiru, something to do with the Mayans. I have found something else to do with 13 and 20. What else do you do with 13 and 20? A Rubik's Cube, before you get to the cross, to the center C, it's 13. And before you do anything outside the world, it's 10 and 10. And that's the reason the 10 and 10 is where the coin goes, joining both sides of 10 and 10. So we have 20 here by 13, 7 and 6. But we have 20 here because this is where it starts, this side and that side. Is it this way? Then you, oh, it's this way. Sorry, 10 on this side, 10 on this side. No, excuse me. We have 7 on one side, 6 on one side, and 6 on the other side. I'm sorry, 6 and 6, and then the center is the 7th one. 6 and 1, 6 and 1, 16. This is 20. We don't use all the 20. We miss out 1, 2, 3. We don't use these. Which ones is it? Let me see from the bottom. Because 1, 2, 3, 4. We take out 4 here. We take out 4 here is 8. We have a total of 12. 12 at 3 is 36. That's what it's all about. 36, 36, 36, 108. And then the 1, 7 and 6, 7 and 6. Because when you're in the center, you're either in the center in this, center in this. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Everything is built on a question of matchsticks. And when the good old Lord has to create, he goes, don't forget, this is 98. Okay? Which 98, I'm going to show you over here. I have to add this one in so I don't forget. 1 and 7 on the piano, 2 and 7, there's your 89. That's how God goes. Nobody else can touch those. The only time you can touch them is when you're adding on. And you come, the only time you can touch an 8 is when it's 17. 1 and 7 makes 8. 1 and 7 makes 8. But you can't touch it at 17. You have to touch it at 26 because 17 is the one spirit and it's taken. But at 26 it's not. Unless you make it at 35. Oh yeah, 35 would be perfect. 1, 1, and 1. This is still one side or the other side. You create 8 and 9. 8 times 9 is 72. 8 and 9 is 17. You have 1772. 8 times 9 is 72. Put 17 in the front. Put 17 back on. You have 1789. Now you have George Washington coming into power. Planet. They planned it all out. It was a network celebration. Man of 6, 8 of the connecting heavens, of the two worlds that intertwine with each other, and that's the way it goes. Thank you for watching, Raphael. If you got any questions, I am not against anybody. You can say anything you want, anything, but mostly in particular, I prefer you to guide yourselves towards something you know we can find, and don't ask me whether there was a dinosaur sitting in my backyard, and because I'm going to answer you yes, but a long time ago. Raphael, thank you very much for watching 7286. You like this over here? Take a look at that. It's like a barber pole going all the way to the top. Thank you.